Right, let's record this fucker.
Quarter day is almost upon us. It is time for us to leave our mounds and venture out into the human world. Welcome to Edinburgh. The Grass Market, Edinburgh's event space. Ah, yes. Man and Faerie's faithful friend. The bravery, the dedication, the love of dog for human and fairy is famous, and none more famous than this example here. Greyfriars Bobby. Greyfriars Bobby, whose nose is often rubbed for luck and to aid the chances of inducing pregnancy and or death, is the most recognizable of Edinburgh's many iconic statues. Thousands of years ago, this was a subtropical paradise, a jungle in which sugarcane grew 50 feet high. As layers of sediment fell over the cane, compacting it under great heat and pressure, it slowly began solidifying until we have today the remains of Edinburgh Castle Rock. Traditionally extracted using a cylindrical boring mechanism, sticks of Edinburgh Castle Rock were invented as a means of self-defense, which could be used both to bludgeon and to rot the teeth of one's enemies. Ah, the love between man and dog. And what better example of that love than this? Greyfriars Bobby.
Action.
Greyfriars Churchyard, final resting place of so many of the luminaries of the Scottish Enlightenment and the time of great religious and industrial turmoil which surrounded it. But also here, William Topaz McGonagall, memorializer of the great Tay Bridge disaster and poet, buried in an unmarked grave, which could be this one. No one's saying anything otherwise. Since man and beast first grew together around the fires outside the caves in the Neolithic age, man and dog have been just like that. And what better symbol than this? Greyfriars Bobby. His tail rubbed away through generations of people stroking it for good luck. In 1698, the Darien scheme led to the downfall of the putative Scottish Empire. The people of Scotland plunged their funds into one scheme to create a new colony for the Scottish people on the moon. Unfortunately, the Darien scheme did not foresee one key problem. Their rocket was made of stone. For many in Edinburgh, the National Gallery on the Mound is nothing more than a convenient place to urinate when going to a busk. But this art, I had her. The West Bow in Edinburgh is the last remnant of one of the most interesting stories of the past of this great city. Oh, hang on. I think we've just spotted... Yes, it's a roving, self-important documentary maker. As you can see, he's entering into the traditional mating activity, which is to walk slowly towards the camera whilst gesticulating wildly. Oh, and he's behind a pillar. Anyway, the reason I wanted to talk to you about this area is because this is where Major Thomas Weir lived in the late 1600s. Oh, and there he goes again. I don't know what he's talking about. It's possibly Thomas Weir, who was killed for Satanism. It was believed that he took a fiery coach to Dalkeith and was given a stick which gave him satanic powers. Executed in Pilrig, his sister would follow him to the grave, executed at the Grassmarket, the event space. Symbol of the love between man and animal. Greyfriars Bobby has stood on this spot for at least 500 years. This statue commemorates Wojciech, whose mother was shot outside Tehran and who was taken in by some philanthropic individuals and raised as their own. Yes, if Wojciech had not been found by that family of friendly bears, he could have starved in Tehran, but the bears took him in and raised him as one of their own, eating honey, stealing buns, and always on the search for picnic baskets. And this is the same statue seen from the other side. Nothing to see here.
Edinburgh Castle, the star of the oldest Welsh poem in existence, the Gododdin.
And of course, some of the finest views in the city.
But of course, once you've emerged from your fairy mound, ready to face summer in the city, the best view for you to seek out is Beltane. The Beltane celebration on Calton Hill sees hundreds of human beings pretending to be fairies and other supernatural creatures, and thousands of human beings coming along just to watch them and to celebrate with them and have a good time.
Rawr!